Once upon a time in Hoboken, New Jersey, lived the prettiest little girl in the whole wide world. Her mommy loved her so much, even more than pistachio ice cream, and her granny thought she was a cat's meow, especially because when her feet hurt, that little girl would give her the best foot rubs and make them feel so much better. Granny was so happy to have this little wonderful foot massager that she had a coat made especially for her. It was a beautiful color of red, the little girl's favorite color, and it had a red hood on the back, and it looked so pretty on the girl that everybody called her Little Red Riding Hood. One day her mother, who loved to bake chocolate cakes, said, "Red, honey, Granny had a really bad sore throat the other day, and you know how she loves my chocolate cake. So will you please bring her this one?" And she handed Red the most beautiful chocolate cake she ever saw. It had pink roses on the top with pretty leaves. Oh, boy. So Little Red Riding Hood left right away to go to her granny's house. It wasn't too far away, but she did have to go through the woods to get there. Oh, it was a gorgeous sunny day, and Red was skipping and singing as she went on the path into the woods. About halfway there, she met a wolf who really wanted to eat her up, but he couldn't. He was too scared that somebody would hear.
"Where are you going, you delicious little thing?"
Now, Red didn't know that it was dangerous to stop and talk to a wolf. And she said, "I'm bringing my granny this chocolate cake."
"Does your granny live far away?"
"No, just past that train station over there. You make a right turn at the corner and then a left turn at the next one, and Granny's house is the white house on the right with the red door. Number 33.
You know, there's another way to get to that house. Let's play a game. Why don't you go your way, and I'll go my way, and we'll see who gets there first."
Then the wolf ran as fast as he could, taking the shortest path. But Red stopped along the way to pick nuts and berries, and she was having a great time running after butterflies and picking flowers. Well, before you knew it, the wolf got to Granny's house and knocked on the door. "Who's there?"
"It's me, Red, your grandchild, Little Red Riding Hood, and I have a cake for you that Mommy made."
Now, Granny was still in bed because she wasn't feeling very well, but she was so happy to have that delicious chocolate cake, so she yelled out, "The door is open! Come on in!" So the wolf turned the doorknob, and the door opened up, and he ran in and jumped on Granny and ate her all up. Gulp, gulp, gulp.
Boy, that was good.
That wolf was so hungry he hadn't eaten in more than 3 days. Then he closed the door, put on Granny's nightgown, and got into Granny's bed and waited for Little Red Riding Hood. Soon, Red got there and knocked at the door.
"Who's there?"
Now, Little Red Riding Hood, hearing that big, strange voice of the wolf, thought that didn't sound like my Granny. But Mommy said that Granny had a sore throat. So she answered, "It's me, Granny, Red Riding Hood. I brought you a chocolate cake that Mommy made for you."
"The door's open. Just come on in."
So Little Red Riding Hood turned the doorknob, and the door opened up.
"Put the cake on the table and come over here so I can see you."
She did, and was so surprised to see her Granny in her nightgown. And she said, "Granny, what big arms you have."
"All the better to hug you with, my dear."
"Granny, what big ears you have."
"All the better to hear you with, my dear."
"Granny, what big teeth you have.
All the better to eat you up with.
And then that wicked wolf jumped on Little Red Riding Hood and ate her all up.
Gulp, gulp, gulp.
Now, boys and girls, remember this is just a story. It didn't really happen. But you should also remember, never speak with strangers, because you don't want to be dinner for a wolf. I don't. Me neither. I'll never talk to a wolf.